Hey, it's Matt's Workbench, and it's back to the van again. This time we're not replacing our radiator or taking the engine apart at all. We're doing something kind of fun. I'll show you. So, of course, one of the sweet things about this van is it's a party bus, man. You gotta be having a good time in here, and you can't have a good time without some good tunes. We got plenty of speakers in here, but the problem is they're just not enough. They're just not doing the job. So, we have... it's a baby amp. You know, we're not going to try to enter any contests where you rattle windows and set decibel records. But we're going to put this 400 watt Pioneer amp in here. And we got a little subwoofer back there under the back seat that I've slid in there. We're going to show you. And we're going to wire this guy up. And yeah, so I've already kind of run the positive cable through the firewall. And I decided to come in through, you can't see that at all. It's pretty dark. There it is. And so, yeah, you're going to say this is a terrible idea. And that's the worst possible spot you could run that through. Here's the thing. This is not a tutorial. And if you're coming here to figure out how to install this stuff, you are on the wrong channel. But yeah, we ran that through there. Come around here. Show you where we hooked this up. You know, we got... right there, you know, one could clean off that corrosion, but I at least put a new bolt in there, mostly because I couldn't get the old bolt off. And no, there's actually a ring terminal on that guy. Maybe you can see it. Just trust me. And goes up there. Hey, look, a fuse. We don't want to burn this sweet van down. And it runs up over the brake booster, down into the abyss. You can kind of see where it goes in. There it is. Yeah. So, ran through the firewall there. And I know what you want to see. I know what you want to see. You want to see what speaker that we're using. So open that up. Don't worry about that. Doesn't mean anything. Don't worry about that. So here under the van, under the seat, we have a Sony, and see, look, that's a 1200 watt, and we're only going to put 400 watts into it. That should be fine. Old school Sony Explode subwoofer, and I did check, of course, the most important, oh my God, the most important part is, yes, you can still lay the seat down with the speaker under there. Very important. So where I'm at now with this project, we got power. We got to figure out where we can get a ground. This is our CD changer, which this box has just been setting on here. It's not going to happen in this video, but what we're going to do is completely build a new center console for this thing. I'd like to sit this CD changer like up so that it's easy to get to, easy to change out some of those CDs. This is a cassette tape holder, I'm pretty sure. And tuck this amp in there somewhere, and just not think about that carpet is what we're going to do, because that's pretty nasty. All right, I chickened out and unhooked the negative battery cable because I've got this silly, you know, wired directly to positive cable that now I have to snake through. And look, I got smart. I got another light. I got to snake it through here, under here, and up here, and over there. And yeah, I didn't want it welding itself to the body of the van, so I unhooked that, and I figured the best thing to do, this is the cable for the CD changer. And so I said, well, you know, it's going to the same general direction. Let's just kind of run it through the same general area. And I like the people who designed this conversion van, because what they did, we had a fancy metal plate on top of this that they literally just screwed directly into the factory footsteps. So, and then like held it down extra with a couple of sheet metal screws. Man, so classic. Whoever you are, I am your kind of guy. So we're making progress here. Our cable's going to go down here. It's going to go under this footwell, which I don't know if you'll be able to see. Now I can't even. Nope. But there's room under there. Just trust me. and it'll come up right here and head up and over and around and over there somewhere. But kind of a cool thing. Look at this. This has a clear cover on it. How cool is that? You ever wondered how your seatbelt, like, well, at least in 1993, how they kept that seatbelt from locking? So, I mean, there's nothing locking about this seatbelt at all, except, look at that. There's a little metal ball down here. So if you get in a crash, generally, you know, this little ball is going to move forward, and look, it's going to push that little catch up into your seatbelt. And once it does that, let's see if we can keep that there. Nope. Look at that. I just found a washer. Where'd that come from? Okay, yeah, there you go. That's going to simulate forward motion, pulls that ball up, and look. Can't, the seatbelt locks. Keeps you in your seat. How cool is that? Where'd that washer come from? That is an important question. Okay, we're making progress here. We've got our ground hooked up here. We've got our positive battery cable hooked up here. So we got juice to the amp, which is going to run under the seat, through the footwell over there, and back up and out to the battery. And we've also got this blue cable, which is our remote, because you don't want this thing just juiced up all the time. You only want that on with the keys on. So right now, let's see here. Why did I wired that into a battery? I put that in the wrong one. Hold on. Okay, now I got to hook to the right one. So as you can see, we've got no juice currently. You know, here's the, we'll have juice here. Wait, why do we have? Wait a second, what's going on here? Maybe it's just a, for God's sake. So look at this. I was trying to figure out why. I wired everything up. I was not getting power. And it's like, why isn't, oh, what, oh, look. This fuse is completely, utterly garbage. It is, it's trash. I think I got another 40 amp fuse around here somewhere. So, wait, I think I see him. Let's try one of these bad boys. Okay, one new fuse later. And now we've got, we've got actual power. And then if we turn our key on, we should have power at the remote. We do. And then if we turn our key off, pull the key out so it doesn't ding, we should not have power at the remote. We don't. Fantastic. So now, every time we turn the key on, the amp will come on. Now, I think we just need to wire it to the speaker, but we gotta get sound from, so I'm hitting this snag on the road. I got the stuff off. It's over there, is the stuff. But I can't get the radio out, and it's got this security thing where you're supposed to jam a tool, a special tool through there to pull this out, and I can't get it. Can you imagine a day where you wanted to steal this crappy radio, and this was a thing that people did? And now I'm having to deal with it. Nobody wants this radio. And I just want it to come out a little bit so I can see the wires. Dang it. Alright. Fine. I put these little, I didn't have any nails long enough, so I stuck these hex tools in there. That didn't work. Now I can't get them out either, so, man, you know, sometimes you just wonder, you know, something that should be easy. You just wonder if the universe is like, nope, maybe not today. Everything in the world takes 3 times longer than you think it's going to take. And this is why. Oh man, you know what the most frustrating thing in the universe is? Removing this radio. Yeah, so like getting in here and prying like these tabs in, the worst. And I mean, we got to it. I cried trying to get this thing out. So this better work. The radio is out. Some of these wires have sound in them. Which ones? I don't know. But we're going to have to tap into them to get some signal to the amp down here. And we're going to have to go into the... That's the other thing. We're going to have to go into the speaker input. Because there's no line level output on this radio. Look at this. Here, look. Here, I'll let you look at it. No. Where are you going to get a line level output on that? No? Nope. 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 No. So we got to take a speaker output somewhere. Wire it into the speaker input there. I can figure that out. I don't have the little fancy connector to go into the amplifier. We can figure it out. Okay, so I couldn't find a wiring diagram that matched. So, from best I can tell, these, you've got your right front, left front, or no, right front, right rear, left front, left rear. Is that right? I think it's this one. And then skip to these two that I need to tap into, but I don't know. It's probably going to work. Well, I didn't expect to see a PC in this, but I think this connector might actually, with a little bit of modification, fit our speaker input. And I hate to just chop this out, but this is kind of my bone pile PC that I steal stuff out of. Anyway, it's an old something. I'm not sure. It's that. There you go. So I'm just gonna, I hate to do this, but cut this off. I need to save like dead power supplies. But I'm just gonna snip this off, and hopefully this little bird connector we can get to fit in there so that we're not doing anything wacky or weird with hooking the speakers up to the amplifier. Okay, so basically we just trimmed all of the different keyed things off of there, so this thing is pretty much rectangular now. So it should slide right in there. Like, there we go. Boom. Just like that. Nice and solid. Gotta give it a good yank to pull out, and I believe no bent pins. So that should work pretty great. So the next challenge is up here with the speaker wires, and I think I can just tap in here and solder that on there. And I got this cool little soldering pin, this guy, which I run off of a Nintendo Switch charger. So hopefully I can just solder onto these connectors here. It's not going to be perfect, but I really don't want to cut the harness. And at least this way, I mean, it won't be absolutely, invisible that we've been here. But you can at least desolder these and go back to the factory thing if you want to. And then this will cover it up pretty nicely and maybe even help hold those things on there and keep them from getting pulled around and stuff. So, but we got a snake it wire all the way down here and follow those wires to the amp, so let's do it. I'm looking these guys over, and so I think our orange and green here is our left front, and our white and green here is our right front. So they're just kind of opposite, that's right and that's left. And then this black and white, these speakers use a common ground. So yeah, I wonder if I can pop these out in order to solder these so I don't melt the plastic or anything like that. Probably not, but we'll try. Okay, it's not beautiful, but it's definitely connected. So we got our left speaker hooked up. Let's see if we can get the right one. I think we've tapped into this fairly successfully. Look at that. Yeah. So cool. Okay, and we got that run down. You can see we got some tidying up to do here, but we'll do that after we make sure that it works. Now we just need to take, these ends here and wire them into our connector and hope that we don't get anything crossed. All right, man. So, yeah, we've got our connector put together. Boy, I sure hope that nobody besides me ever has to work on this because, I mean, this makes no sense. But I should be able to just plug this bad boy in and right into the amplifier right there. And then I think we just need to run a speaker wire to the subwoofer and see what happens. Okie dokie, so we got this wired up, and just temporarily, again, to make sure that this works, going all the way up front to the amp. I think it's time to try to turn it on and see if it works. Moment of truth. Everything's wired up. It's not pretty yet, but we'll get there. We need to make sure it works first. So here we go. 38 and this one 37. Doesn't really sound. Next-Tech Wireless, the Odin Store, Farmers Insurance, Matt DeLong Agency. I can kind of hear it. Oh, now I can really hear it. Departments, Marmy Auto Group, Office Products Incorporated, OPI, 10th Street Liquor Store, Titan Building System, State Farm Agent Levi Keenan, and Mayo Money Management. The Kansas City Chiefs. Where's some tunes? I know we can't play much of a tune. Oh, yeah, it's bumping. It's bumping and banging. Let's see here. Let's go back to that football game.
Chiefs all over the Raiders at the half, 35-3. 6 games going on around.
I don't know if you can tell.
Going well for the Chiefs also. Baltimore has the same record as the Chiefs, 8-4. Baltimore has the tiebreaker head-to-head.
It's got that low rumble, you know. Yeah, this is much better.
And they knew that the Jewish people. That is Dylan Scott and Hooked. I'm Jix Brooks with your top 30 songs of the week.
It's working. Cool. Sweet. All right, so one of the last things to do, this is kind of going to have to live like this for a little bit until I can get the new center console built. We need to figure out a way to run the cable back there that's not, over the seat. Get all this put back together. I want to make sure that we get, this mess tidied up down here. And, see, we need to make sure that's not happening. And also, here's another problem. Is, these big long screws go through here. And I am somewhat worried about those screws going right through a power cable or something like that. So we're going to have to figure out how to safely get all that hooked up. Then we can put the fancy classic plate back on. And at some point this van's going to need some new carpet, isn't it? But we'll cross that bridge later. So the speakers in the front doors of the van definitely sound pretty terrible. And I know that these are not good speakers, but those, I think the foam probably degraded and it just flopping around in there. So these are not the best speakers in the world, but they should improve it just a skosh. And so here's the disaster I'm working with right now. But we got to get this door panel off here to get to this speaker, which I've had these off before, and I want to say there's screws here, 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 and then this just pops off, and I don't even need to worry about down there, because I've had this off before to replace the side mirror. It was busted there, so let's see if we can get in here, pop some screws off and rivets, and hopefully not break anything, and see what we can do. Alright, so we got the old speaker out, and as predicted, yeah, there is no foam surround left in there. In fact, I think you can see a little piece of it hanging. Yeah, ow, that hurt right there. But I want to take this connector off and try to get that soldered here to the new connector. So let's see if we can. This thing's on pretty solid. Not sure how that's attached. Maybe we can just tear the face of the speaker off. I don't know. Let's see. We'll get into it. Yeah, there we go. So we should be able to just pop this tab right here, since we've dug a hole into the speaker. Pop that guy off and solder it on here. And yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to attach it similarly as it is here, but that's okay. I mean, if we solder it well, it should stay in place, right? Okay, so I think this will work. This is connected fairly well, enough that it's not going to rattle loose for sure. I wasn't sure which was positive and which was negative, so hopefully we got the phase right on this guy here. And let's go plug it in and I guess see if it works. All right, man, it is working. Check it out.
Free gift wrapping. Make Dawson's your Christmas destination with extended Christmas hours.
That's gonna work good. And I think I even got the phase right. Sweet. Okay, yeah, I mean, I think everything's working. We've got the wires that are kind of bundled up down there and running under there, back to there. And so I think we just need to put some trim pieces back on, get the dash put back together, and clean up this mess. Holy cow. But it sounds good. It sounds really good, and I am so far quite satisfied. I've been tweaking the settings a little bit, and really it seems like it sounds the best if you got the treble turned all the way up and then turn the bass down, but we'll see. We'll see here. But let's get this put back together and hopefully finish up this project. So yeah, we got the dash back together. We've got our wires tucked in. You can still, you know, if you're looking close, you can see. We might put a little piece down there. We can clean things up, but you know, looking good up there. Nothing just hanging down that we're gonna get our feet caught on. So let's put our little step plate back in here. Nope. There we go. How's those? And these screws are just... Is that necessary? I don't know. So we're gonna... Well, okay. We're gonna line that up. Hook that in so that hopefully we don't fry the the wiring that's down there. We'll find out if our fuses are good. That's great. And then I think we're kind of done. I mean, we got to build a center console, but that's going to be another video all in itself. And we got to get new carpet. I got some new carpet that we just got to put in this bad boy, but that's going to be another job. We got to take out all the seats, and yeah, I don't want to do that right now. I just want to drive the van again and enjoy some sweet Christina Aguilera. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. But so far, so good. Thanks for hanging out. You know, thanks for watching the channel. And I do all sorts of stuff like this with vehicles, ATVs, also computers. And I don't know what I'm doing, but hopefully this channel's proof that if you want to try, you can probably figure it out. So yeah, like the video if you liked it. Don't like it if you didn't like it. And if you get a chance to subscribe, more of this coming up.